Welcome back, dear 6th class students. God bless you all. Now in this video I am going to discuss the same topic, that is tense, and in this video I am going to cover the rest of the tenses other than present tense. Okay, I hope you have seen the previous video in which I have explained the meaning of tense and present tense. Now let's start with the video. Now in this video I am going to cover the rest of the tenses as well as the present perfect tense. Now, in present perfect tense, we use the present perfect tense to talk about the experience. It is important if we have done it in our lives or not. It is not important when we did it. Okay, so over here in the present perfect tense we are going to talk about our own experience, and let's see the examples. I have been abroad 2 times. Anna has never broken a leg. Have you ever eaten sushi? So these were the three kinds of questions, three kinds of sentences. Now, one tip for you, that we often use never and ever with the present perfect tense to talk about the experience. So, present perfect tense basically is used for talking about the experience. Now, let's see the second use. We use the present perfect tense to talk about an action which is started in the past and continues up to now. Okay, so in present perfect tense we talk about experience as well as the action which was started in the past, but the effect of the actions are being seen in the present. Suppose you have given the exam in the past, okay, and the result came in the present. So the action was started in the past, but the result which are still coming in the present, that comes in the category of present perfect tense. For example, I have been a teacher for more than 10 years. We haven't seen Jenny since Friday. How long have you been at this school? Now, one more tip, dear students, we often use since and for to say how long the action has started. Okay, so we use for and since to explain present perfect tense more clearly. Now, the uses of for and since will be told by me when I will tell you about preposition. Now, here is the rules of present perfect tense. Subject plus have or has plus past participle form of the verb. Okay, that is the third form of the verb we are going to use over here, that is past participle form of the verb. For example, this is for the positive one. I have tried sushi. Second, subject plus have not plus has not plus past participle form of the verb. For the negative sentence, we are using not with have or has. So subject plus helping verb in the present perfect tense is have or has. Okay, so I have not tried sushi. Second, now the third is question form kind of examples. Now, have or has. Have, has plus subject plus past participle form of the verb. Okay, so over here are the three categories. First is positive, second is negative, and third is interrogative types of questions. So the helping verbs are has or have. Okay, and the negative form, in for converting the positive sentence into negative sentence, we are using not, and in the question kind of sentence we are putting the helping verb, that is has or have, in the front. For example, have you tried sushi? Now let us talk about the second category of the tense, that is past tense. Now children, you are very much aware about the past tense. Past tense is basically the activities which has already happened in the past. Okay, so let us see the definition. Simple past tense is used to indicate those actions which began in the past times and also got over in the past time. Okay, so we talks about the action which was started in the past and completed in the past too. So that comes in the category of past tense. Now let's see the formulas which we are going to use to construct the sentences of simple past tense. So subject plus verb, second form we are using. Okay, so subject plus verb, second form, and the rest of the sentence. For the negative kind of sentence, subject plus did not plus verb first form. Okay, so always with did we are using verb first form. Okay, for example, sing and sang. Okay, so sing is the verb and the past form of sing is sang. Okay, so over here the second form of the verb in the positive sentence, in the second form of the verb we are going to use, and in the negative sentence we are going to use the first form of the verb. Now in the third kind of category, that is question kind of questions sentences, we are going to use did. Did will come in the front plus subject plus first form of the verb. Okay, now everybody see the example. He met his wife 6 years ago. Okay, so over here with the subject, the second form of meet is being used. Okay, now let's see the second example. They watched a movie yesterday. So yesterday means they are talking about the past, and watched is the second form of watch. So this comes in the category of simple past tense. You went to the bed early. Okay, so go is the simple form and went is the past form. She did not study in the library. So this is the negative kind of sentence. Now with did we are using only first form of the verb, that is study. Okay, so she did not study in the library. So again with subject, for positive sentence, with subject we are using second form of the verb. Then we are using in the negative sentence subject plus did not plus first form of the verb. And for question kind of question, we are putting did at the first place, and along with that we are using subject plus first form of the verb. Now let us talk about the next kind of tense, that is past continuous tense. Now previously we have talked about simple past. Now let us talk about past continuous tense. We use this tense to talk about actions that were going on or happening at a certain moment in the past. Okay, the action which was started in the past and completed in the past only, but it was continuing in the past. It was started and completed in the past. That comes in the category of past continuous tense. Okay, for example, at this time last Saturday, Paul was playing in the park with his friends. Okay, so past continuous tense, this comes in the category of past continuous tense. Okay, now let us see the formula of them for constructing the positive sentence, negative sentence, and question kind of sentence, that is interrogative sentence. First, the formula is subject plus was verb plus VING, that is verb first form plus ing. Now helping verb over here is was, and were. With singular kind of with singular subject we are using was, and with plural subject we are using were. You know very well, dear children. Now over here, so subject plus was or were plus be plus ing. Now over here, verb first form is being used. So example of this, she was cooking all morning. Okay. Now let us see the negative sentences. Subject plus was were plus not plus ing. So over here, for making the positive sentence into the negative sentence, we have added not. Okay. So was were plus not plus verb first form plus ing. So she was not sleeping when he came home. Okay. Now let us see the third kind of sentence, that is question mark. Question, basically interrogative kind of sentence. Now we are putting, or we have placed helping verbs, that is was and were in the front, then subject plus be plus ing. So was and were plus subject plus ing. So let us see the example. Was she sleeping when he came home? Okay. So with verb we are using ing form. In always, in any kind of continuous form, we are using v plus ing. Okay. Whether it is present, whether it is future, whether it is past. Now let us see the next category of the tense, that is present perfect tense. Now let us see the use. Completed action before something in the past. Now let me make you more clear. The past perfect expresses the idea that something occurred before another action in the past. It can also show that something happened before a specific time in the past. Like the action is started in the past, it has completed in the past, but before the giving time only. Suppose the train has to reach by 10 on the station, but it has already reached by 9:50. So the action was completed in the past only, but before the time given. So this comes in the category of past perfect tense. Now let us see the formulas. So for positive sentence, subject plus had plus past participle form of the verb. Now in always in perfect tense, we are using past participle form of the verb, whether it is present, future or past tense. And in continuous tense, we are using verb plus ing, whether it is future tense, past tense or present tense. Now let us see the positive, negative and interrogative kind of sentences, the formulas which we have to use. Now subject plus had plus past participle form of the verb. So the helping verb is had plus past participle form. Now let us see the example. She had finished the test. Okay. So had and finished is a past participle form. Now let us see the negative sentence or negative statement. Subject plus had not plus past participle form of the verb. Now we are simply adding not to make a statement negative. So she had not finished the test. Now let us see the interrogative kind of statements or sentence. Now we are putting had at the first place. Had plus subject plus past participle form of the verb. Okay. So had she finished the test. So over here the three categories of the sentences is been covered, and the formula also. So children, please note these formulas in your copy, in your literature copy of all the tenses. Okay. Now let us talk about the next type of sentence, that is future tense. Okay, when now this tense talk about the future actions which going to be happened in the future. Okay, so let us see the usage of simple future tense. You children, you are very much aware about simple future tense because you have already studied in the previous classes, and it is quite easy for you. So let us see the uses once again to make you more clear. Okay, so first usage is future tense is used for action decided at the moment of the speech. Means I am going to do this in the future, I am going to do that in the future. So when we are going to decide the action, for that we are using future tense. For example, I have to take, I will take some medicine. Okay, now let us see the second use. For unplanned future action, the action which you have not planned, that comes comes in the category of simple future tense, like winter will come soon. Now the third use, for offering, asking for a request, promising, ordering or threatening, like I am afraid, for will you get wet, we will get wet. Now let us see the next use. For unpreventable actions in futures, actions which are not in control or we can't prevent them. So like that, for example, summer will come soon. Now let us see the formulas which we are going to use to construct the sentences in simple future tense. First is for the positive one, subject plus will or shall. So will and shall are the helping verb of future tense, plus v1 means first form of the tense. Now see, let us see the example. I will go to Thailand. So this shows the future action. Okay, now for the negative sentence, subject plus will not, okay, plus v means base form. Base form means the first form. So I will not go to Thailand. Now for the interrogative kind of sentence, will plus subject plus base form of the verb, that is first form of the verb. So will you go to Thailand? So these were the three categories of simple future tense. Learn the formulas by heart, children, so that it is easier for you for converting the sentence in different tense. Now let us see future continuous tense. Now future continuous tense is the action which we have which we are going to start in future only, and that will be continuing. We don't know whether when it going to be earned. So that actions comes in the category of future continuous tense. And as I have already told you, in all the continuous tense we are using v1 plus ing, first form of the verb plus ing. Okay, now let us quickly see the different uses of future continuous tense to make you more clear. To describe interrupted actions in the future, means which we are going to do in the future, we are using future continuous tense. For example, when you come tomorrow, they will be playing tennis. Sorry. Now second use, to express action in process at specific time in the future. Suppose the action which is going to be done at a particular time in the future, we are using future continuous tense. For example, at 12 o'clock tomorrow we will be having lunch at school. Okay, now let us see the third one. To refer to actions that are happening now and expected to continue in the future. Okay, so the actions which are happening means started in the present only, but are to be continued in the future. So that comes in the category of future continuous tense. Unfortunately, sea level will sit by rising in 20 years. Now let us see the third use. To ask a question politely about the future. Okay, then to emphasize future plans and intentions. This is very much clear. To tell about the future actions, we are using future continuous tense. For example, he will be coming to visit us next week. Now let us see the next use. To describe atmosphere in the future, like when I arrive at the party, everybody will be celebrating, some will be dancing. So what is going to be happen in the future? We are going to use future continuous tense. Now next, to express parallel actions or series of parallel actions in the future. For example, the actions which are going to be done if the two actions are going to be done in the continuous time at a particular moment, so we are using future continuous tense. For example, she will be watching TV and he will be cooking dinner. So two actions at a time which are going to be continuous, that comes in the category of parallel action. When two actions are going on at the same particular time, so that are known as parallel actions. Okay, so let us see the formulas. Subject for the positive sentence. Okay, so subject plus will. So will over here is the auxiliary verb, that is helping verb. So will plus be plus v ing, first form of the verb, plus ing. Okay, so I will be singing in the concert tomorrow. Now let us see the negative one. Subject plus will plus not plus be plus v ing. Okay, so I will not be singing in the concert tomorrow. Now let us see the interrogative kind of question. Will plus as plus be plus VING. So will you be singing in the concert tomorrow? So auxiliary verb or the helping verb of future continuous tense is will, and along with will we are putting be also. Okay, and over here the form of the verb is being used, that is ing form of the verb. Now let us talk about the last category of the tense, that is future perfect tense. Now future perfect tense, let us quickly see the uses of it. Future perfect tense is used to talk about an action that will finish before certain time in future. Okay, in past perfect tense we talk about the action which was started in the past but completed before the given time. Okay, but in future perfect tense we talk about the action which will be starting in future but it will be completed before the given time only. For example, by 8 o'clock tomorrow I will have taken off for Japan. Now let us see the second use. To talk about an action that will be completed before another event that take place. Okay, so the event which are going to be taken place before another event that comes in the category of future perfect tense. For example, she will have learned Chinese before she moved to China. Okay. Now let us see the third. To express conviction that sometimes happened in the near past. For example, the guest will have arrived at the hotel by now. Okay, so the action which are going to be happened, that comes in the category of before the particular given time, that comes in the category of future perfect tense. Now let us quickly see the rules. So over here the helping verbs are will plus have plus past participle form of the verb. So subject plus will plus have plus past participle form of the verb. So in all the perfect tense we are using past participle form of the verb only. So everybody take care of this. And over here subject plus will plus have plus past participle form of the verb. So let us see the example. He will have done it by this evening. Now let us see the negative form. Now for making the sentence in negative form we are always adding not. So over here also we did the same. Subject plus will plus not plus have plus past participle form of the verb. So over here he will not have done it by this evening. Now let us see the next category, that is interrogative kind of questions. So will plus subject plus have plus past participle form of the verb, that is will he have done it by this evening. So over here these are the all sentences that falls in the category of future perfect tense. I hope you have understood it well. Now perform all the activities which are given in your grammar book by yourself only. I'll be giving the answer PDF to check the answers. And yeah, stay tuned. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. Good day.